Hello YouTube, my name is Gauntlet, and today I will start my solo 100 player World at War map in Call of War. I have not entered this game with any of my alliance teammates or friends, so it will be completely up to me to figure out how to win this map. This is to give you, my viewers, the most realistic view of how to play this game. My goal of this game is to get a solo victory without using any gold and without backstabbing. However, getting a solo win in World at War is almost impossible without doing those two things. I will still do my best to get a solo win. However, if I have to, I will join a coalition and I will go for the second best thing, which is getting a coalition victory. However, I will have to admit defeat for this map if I do that. Before I even entered this game, I had to pick my nation. And I picked this nation based on several factors that would allow it to do well in my effort to get a solo victory. The first thing I thought about was the early game geography. So Colombia is good because it only has one big border with a neighboring nation, which is Venezuela. It has a small border with Peru, but that's pretty easily defensible, and Peru also has to worry about Bolivia. I have a water boundary and some AIs to my north and west, and I have Ecuador as a good buffer between myself and Peru. So this will allow me to put most of my effort into taking Venezuela early on. With only one front to worry about, I can easily 1v1 Venezuela, or if I'm not comfortable doing it right away, I can take some of these AIs, build up my forces, and then launch an invasion. Another reason why I took Colombia as my starting nation for this solo victory try is because of its large food production. It has 4 food producing provinces, and if I'm going to be taking a lot of land, I'm going to need a lot of food to feed all my armies and upkeep for my provinces. So I'm willing to not have enough oil early on, because as I expand, I will be taking a lot more oil in all of these countries. Another advantage of having your core territories border water is that you can build naval bases to help increase your core resource production. So I can build a level 3 naval base on this double food to increase it by 30% resource production eventually. Not right now, but eventually I am going to need that food. Another advantage of Colombia is that it's on the South American continent. And although this won't matter very much right now, by the late game, when there's going to be powerful coalitions that I'm going to have to deal with, by myself mostly, I'm going to need a nice, safe, strong point to launch my invasions from. And South America is kind of an island, as it has these oceans around it, and a very small strip right here. So it's very easily defensible. If I can take all of South America, I can easily defend it. And also it has good launch points from Maranhão to Africa, and also through Mexico into North America. So it's defensible, and it has a couple of areas where it can expand relatively easily. If you have any other questions about my thought process of why I chose Colombia, then don't hesitate to ask in the comments or on my Discord. Now for my usual day 1 routine. I'm gonna build barracks with all my industrial complexes. I'm building naval bases with my double food and with my 1 coastal city so that I can get some submarines and hopefully protect against a possible naval invasion. Gonna be building infrastructure in these cities so I can start getting tanks and artillery quickly. And I'm gonna prioritize the resources I need. So I have 2 rare, and because people usually start with 1, I'm not gonna prioritize my rare material production right now. Instead, I wanna make sure I have plenty of metal and plenty of goods so I can build an army quickly and build higher level industrial complexes quickly to facilitate my military growth. I'm gonna go into the market and buy the cheap stuff because I know I'm gonna need it. And yeah, just gonna wait until my troops get on the Venezuelan border and launch my invasion to get this quick land and plunder to quickly expand my economy. And as more people start coming into this game and joining in South America, I'm gonna start opening up diplomatic channels and trying to get non-aggression pacts, stuff like that, so I don't get overwhelmed before I'm ready. It has been about 7 hours since I started this game, and during that time Venezuela became active and has actually put up a decent defense. So he's formed some small stacks on the border. However, they're spread out in groups of 2, 1, and he might be sending more reinforcements, but I haven't seen any yet. This will make this conquest a little more difficult, but not impossible, because I'm going to be concentrating my forces much more than he will. So I'm going to be able to take out his small stacks with my larger stacks. And of course, by forming these larger stacks, I am taking a risk because I'm going to leave gaps in my line. However, I'm hoping I can destroy his small stacks with my larger stacks before he becomes active again and is able to launch counterattacks. So I'm going to be able to concentrate my forces, defeat his stacks in detail, and just in case he does send a couple lone infantry, I am building 4 new infantry units in my cities in order to provide quick reinforcements to this war. Day 1 is close to ending, and my war has gone well. Like I said before, my larger stacks were able to destroy his small stacks, and because Venezuela did not become active, he was not able to reinforce those battles and save his stacks. So I'm going to be walking through his land very easily right now. This war ended up being easier than I thought it would be, and I should be able to start increasing my economy and preparing for my next war soon. I'm building artillery, infantry, and anti-tank. I'm going to prepare an invasion of Panama. I'm going to continue expanding my economy. And let's just take a quick look at the research I've done on day 1. Doing interceptor level 1, got armor car, light tank, and infantry, and the support equipment. And right when day 2 starts, I'm going to get level 2 infantry underway. I've used diplomacy to get a non-aggression pact to Peru. But one thing I have to worry about is that there's already been a relatively large South/Central American coalition that has been formed from South Mexico, North Brazil, North Argentina, and Maranhão. So I'll have to deal with them eventually. That concludes this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like, and comment any advice you have. I will see you on the battlefield.